Hey everyone, it's Michele from the Marketing Junkie podcast, and today I want to share Juliana's story with you. Juliana from Stories of Play. Now, after this interview wrapped up, I did it last night, I almost shed a tear for a couple different reasons. Now, number one, because I was having major tech issues yesterday and I couldn't get my mic to work, I couldn't get my webcam to work, so I apologize in advance that the picture isn't quite as clear as what you typically would see from me. But more so, I really felt so inspired by Juliana's story. Juliana joined Tribe. She decided to take the leap and invest in herself and create a membership site. And within 4 months, she was able to retire her husband. And now she lives this location independent, flexible life that she's always dreamed of. And again, this isn't something that took years and years. It took 4 months after joining the Tribe program, and now she's set to double her membership just 1 year after originally launching it. So I'm so excited for you to hear Juliana's story. So if you are a parent, if you feel like you're not enough of an expert, if you feel like you don't have time to create a membership site, if you feel like it's not in you, or if you feel like your niche is too broad or too specific, or you need clarity around that, listen to this interview. It is so valuable. Juliana is so inspiring, and I am so excited to go through Tribe with her again this year. All right, let's talk about Stories of Play. Hi, Juliana. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, my pleasure.
So let's get started by telling everyone a little bit about what your business is.
I'm basically a play parenting coach. And so I serve parents of preschoolers. So basically, if you've got children below the age of, I would say, 5 to 6, I would be serving I'll be serving parents and teaching them how to, help their children to learn effortlessly and joyfully through play and even through everyday life as well. So I've got a membership that does that.
Okay, awesome. So what kind of things do you deliver in your monthly membership? Is it resources, templates, coaching? What do you provide to these parents of preschoolers?
Yeah, so basically, my membership is not so much on the printables or activity ideas. I don't provide those. I give them coaching, a lot of coaching for a lot of access to me in terms of how they can set up the environment to encourage independent play, how they can engage with their children. So really a lot of that individualized coaching as well. So every month, I've a monthly masterclass on how they can actually use different strategies, like how they could scaffold their children's learning through a specific type of play. So like recently, one of the most recent one we did was about using blocks, like how we can actually use blocks to help our children to learn and to just enjoy playing with blocks. And so that was one. And then that was my monthly masterclasses. And then I've got the monthly question and answer coaching that I've got as well.
Awesome. So what kind of inspired you to get started with this type of membership? Is it something that you went to school for, or something that you picked up later? Where did you get the inspiration for this?
Well, I was originally a preschool teacher. So basically, this was what I did with kids. So I helped kids myself personally back in the day before I became a parent. And when I started having my firstborn in 2016 now, I quit. I resigned to just be a stay-at-home mom. And currently I've got 3 littles under 5. And so I just decided, I just lost a little bit of myself as a mom. And so I decided to just share a little bit more of my passion on Instagram. So that's where I started building an audience. At that point in time, I didn't even intend to start a business. I was really just starting to share what I was passionate about. And my audience just grew organically. And then just recently, I think about a year and a half ago, I decided to launch a course. And that was my very first, thing into the whole online business world. And even though I did courses, it was great. It was successful. But the thing with courses was I didn't have that recurring income. And so pretty much every month I would start with 0 again. And if I didn't launch, that would mean that I didn't have any income. And so I decided to, look at how I could do different things. And that was when I decided to, I came across Stu McLaren, who is like the guru with all things memberships. And that was when I decided to, I did actually his free live workshop last year. And so when I joined his free workshop last year, I actually wasn't completely sold on the idea of memberships because I'm a busy mom, and I was thinking, oh, you know what? I don't have time to create constant content. I like the idea of courses where I just do the work once and I don't have to think about creating content again. But then I like the idea of a membership where I get that recurring income. And I guess I had all these ideas and thoughts that I thought about membership, but I didn't even realize that it could be as simple as I want it to be. And so, yeah, I just went for the workshop, just with an open mind and just deciding that, hey, I'm just going to look and see what this guy is all about. And I didn't even think that I was going to do a membership, but you know what? His passion and everything is pretty contagious. And so that was when I decided, you know what, I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it. And yeah, here we are now. It's crazy. I had my membership for almost a year now. So yeah, I started it pretty much, I think, just after the whole tribe experience.
Awesome. So now that you're a year in, how many members are you at, and what is the price that you currently charge per month?
Yeah, so currently my membership is about 270 members, and my membership price is about $25 per month, and $250 for the year.
Awesome. So you mentioned that you grew your audience organically. Was that on Facebook? Was it on YouTube? What is kind of your main way that you show up for your audience there?
Instagram.
Instagram. Awesome.
Yeah. So I use Instagram a lot, and just pretty much just prior to business, I use Instagram just for my personal life. So for me later on, where I decided to just share for, family and friends who was just looking at my kids and what we were doing, I just started on Instagram, and it just grew to I think now we're almost at 40K. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations, first of all. So
thank you.
Let's just kind of hop in the time travel machine back to last year when you were watching the free workshop. Was there, I know you said Stu's energy and things like that, but was there one thing that made you say, yes, a membership is right for my business, or yes, I want to invest in Tribe? Do you remember, before you hit that purchase button, was there one aha moment or one training or anything like that made you say, yes, I want to invest in Tribe?
I wouldn't say there was one thing per se, but it was more the entire experience of that whole the whole workshop series, because I think he did it over a couple of days. And Stu is really, really good at sharing stories. And I guess when he was sharing all these stories, I could see myself in some of the stories that he shared. And I guess because for me, I don't serve entrepreneurs. And so when it comes to, all these people who teach people how to do online businesses, the limiting belief that I had in my head was that this is going to work for people who are in the B2B business, right? For people who actually, serve entrepreneurs, who teach people how to make money. But here I am, just teaching parents, right? And in my head, I've got this idea that parents are not going to, want to be able to commit full time. They're not going to be willing to pay. And then he started sharing about all these incredible niches, micro niches, small niches that I honestly can't even believe that there will be people running successful memberships on all these types of just crazy niches. And I was like, hey, you know what? If all these people with niches that are even more specific and more micro than mine are actually doing it and killing it, I'm sure I can find space for my niche, which is so big. Parenting is a huge niche out there as well. And so, I decided, just listening to all the stories, just being immersed in an environment where to see and that how much people can actually do it really encouraged me to leap and to go for it.
Awesome. And one of my questions, it kind of leads naturally into that. So I know that both of us signed up for Tribe again this year. Did you do that? And did the community play a lot into it? Because I also love being immersed in the community, but what made you sign up again for Tribe after you've already gone through, after you're already a successful membership site owner?
I think personally for me, it wasn't so much for the content, because honestly, we can get content from everywhere, but I just like the idea of being surrounded by people who are doing it. And because strategies change all the time, and just being surrounded by people who are it's a fresh group of people who are so excited, just being in that energy of that group of people really gives you that kind of motivation, I guess, to like, hey, because a new group of people are always the most excited. And it's just so nice to be around people who are excited, because it spurs you on your journey as well, that, you know what, there's always something I can do better. There's always something that I can improve on. And you know what, I don't want to settle for like, you know, where I'm currently am. And, you know, let's just go to the next step. And how you go to the next step is to just constantly learn, constantly be a student of the master, constantly being surrounded by quality people. And so that's what I've decided to do by re-enrolling in Tribe this year.
Awesome. I absolutely love that. And something that you said, like the energy and the excitement is just unparalleled. I've gone through so many different online programs, and it is really, there's really nothing quite like Tribe, right? So
I know.
I'm so excited to feel that energy again. And it really just, I can already feel even just the free workshop is just breathing like life back into me. It was a tough year. One of my memberships is super niche. I serve indoor playground owners. So super niche. And most of my audience is parents. So it was a tough year for everybody, right? Wise, just morale wise, relationship wise, everything. So I'm just so excited to go through the process again. So I can probably guess the answer to this, but for somebody who is kind of on the fence about Tribe, or wondering if they could make a membership site work for them, right? Because one of the most common objections that I hear from my audience is exactly what you said, that they're a busy parent. They can't find time for membership. What would you kind of say to them if they're, you know, watching that free workshop, wondering if they should kind of take that leap?
I really think you should, only because you honestly don't know what is the worst that could happen if you take the leap, right? If you take the leap and it doesn't work, it fails, right? But you what Stu always says, you don't fail. You either be successful or you learn, isn't it? Right? So there is no, like, I guess, bad thing about taking the leap. But on the flip side, if you take the leap and it actually what possible for your life, it could change completely. And that's what happened for me. Like when I took the leap, I did not even imagine where I would be like currently am. So currently I only have, I mean, there are so many other stories out there. There's still shares of people who have like thousands of members, right? I'm not at thousands of members. I've only got 250 now. But having said that, 250 members in my group now has given me this ability to actually retire my husband from corporate just 4 months after I started my business. So actually, 4 months after I started my membership. And so currently, we started our membership back in June last year, and October, my husband actually came back to join me full time in the business. And honestly, that was something that I never saw come in. I didn't see the impact of what it would do for our family. And it's just amazing because we've just got so much freedom now in terms of, you know, time freedom, location freedom. I know we can't go anywhere now, but, you know, the fact that once, you know, borders open and we could go anywhere, right? We have the flexibility to, you know, not have to take leave from anywhere. We could do our business. We could serve our parents, serve our community from anywhere in the world. And that to me, it's priceless. Like I couldn't imagine this a year ago. And so I'm forever grateful that I took the leap on Tribe, because it is a huge investment. But the thing is, I believe that, you know, when you invest in yourself, it really, really pays off as well.
I love that. And I'm actually we're on like a 4-month little vacation down south. And we would have never been able to do this had we stayed with our old business model, had we not been location independent. So that was one of the reasons too why I'm so passionate about membership sites now. I was kind of similar to how you were feeling. I was saying, you know, my niche is too small, or, you know, there's already 1 million memberships about this or something like that, because I have 2 different membership sites. But Tribe and the energy and just hearing all the stories of information and just getting like not only the framework, because that's what, you know, every online course provides. I always tell people that they call it a Tribe experience for a reason, because it is like a fully immersive, you know, accountability group. And I love that everybody is so supportive there. So I know you mentioned the different strategies and things like that. And adapting through Tribe this year again, do you have any membership site goals for this year? Do you have a number of members you want to reach, or is there, I know there are so many different benefits other than income, like, you know, spending time with your family and traveling and, you know, being able to retire your husband, but do you have any goals for this year after Tribe?
Well, currently we are a very small team, and so we would love to grow and expand our team. And so I'm actually currently in launch mode this week. I'm running a challenge to lead people into my membership, and we are projecting to actually double our membership. So our goal at the end of this launch is 500 members. And so once we hit 500 members, we would be able to, and the reason why we're actually going to cap it at 500 as well, because we want to give our members that amazing experience of being seen and heard in our membership. So, business can look however way you want it to. And so even though, because like I said, I've got a big audience, but I don't want to have like a membership of thousands of members, but just knowing that I can decide what I want in my membership, in my business is so freeing. And so our goal is to actually expand it to 500 just for this launch. And then we want to, bring some people on our team, because currently it's just my husband and I and a VA, but we want to bring some members onto our team to support the parents inside of our community and to just expand from there.
That's amazing. And that's going to free up so much of your time.
Yeah.
I'm in a lot of memberships with a lot of people in them, and I can completely see where it gets to be too much for the member creator. So I'm so happy for you that you got to that point and now you're ready to kind of free up a little bit of your time so you can spend time doing what you love in your business and less
exactly
doing like the admin type thing. So
I know.
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much for taking time. And where can we find more about you? Where can we follow you on Instagram? I'll link your Instagram as well. If anyone wants to find the link, it's with this video, or if you're listening, it's in the show notes of the podcast. But what is your business actually called?
So my business is called Stories of Play. So you can find me on Instagram. That's where I'm mostly serving my audience. That's where I'm sharing all my content, my free content. So that would be just Stories of Play, all in one word. And I'm on Facebook as well, but I'm not as active there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Juliana.
No worries.
Such a pleasure to talk to you. And it was such a breath of fresh air listening to somebody who got results almost right away. And, I just want to commend you for taking so much action, because so many people sign up for Tribe again because they didn't take action the first time. But it's so nice to speak to somebody who, followed the framework, did the work, and now they're back to kind of refine and really scale. So Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.